This video is intended to describe a set of transmutation devices in both the wand and talisman format. Transmutation devices are designed to be very powerful grounding radial energy devices to ensure that all the excess radial energies are grounded and purified and transmuted through the entire chakra column, particularly through the base chakra, into the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. And to achieve that frequency effect is ignition sequence of smoky quartz and hematite, seen both here. Since they're devices of matching set and name and archetype, they have basically the identical crystalline vibratory output sequential ignition order. The main blade band of both these devices would be smoky quartz and hematite. Smoky quartz works to very effectively purify all excess energies throughout the entire energy meridian matrix centers into the base, into the earth stars, into once again the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. I will be repeating that concept probably quite a bit in this description because all of these different frequencies lined up all add up to a single vibratory output configuration to encourage that aspect of grounding all excess energies through the root, through the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing, which makes a very effective grounding etheric template. Right here is hematite in ignition order with the smoky quartz to be an iron-based, heavily grounding iron-based stone that will pull all radial stray energies through the chakra column into the base, and once again, into the earth stars, into the earth meridian matrix for reprocessing. So in tandem with those two, this frequency actually runs identically like so, with smoky quartz and hematite running the circuit right here to this lateral band, up the sides to this lateral band, then recirculating like so, just like the talisman and the wand variant, where the handbands are, as well as the main engine section recirculates that exact same energy ignition sequence, yet on both a brass for the positive, masculine, and the silver, the receptive yin, negative, polarities to ensure the encouragement of the centers, receptive and projective, are in perfect tandem balance for the entire crystal ignition order of both these devices. They're rather simplistic in their design because they have a very simplistic vibratory output or intentional purpose as a spirit tool to be utilized by a practitioner of these devices. Starting off with both their main engines right here would be smoky quartz, once again, like I described, its purpose intent, but a heavier concentration is the main engine focus of these two devices. With black tektite here and here, black tektite is a very fortuitous frequency to employ in any closed loop circuit due to the fact that it's a black ray cosmic oriented stone, which is a result of a meteorite impacting sand to maintain that cosmic jolt of energy. And luckily in this application it's a black ray connotation that encourages a very powerful cosmic jolt of energy caught in stone to cause a nice kundalini activation throughout the entire chakra column, particularly from the black ray, the earth stars, upwards, which is very useful for just encouraging a strengthened vibrational influx of higher frequency energy, once again, from the ground up for this whole purpose of this device. Both these devices are heavy black ray concentration to encourage an extremely concentrated contact patch with the earth meridian matrix and the soul stars to encourage the ability to transmute and ground high frequency energies through a very succinctly effective containment field. That's in a personal handheld generator format. Handheld here? Definitely handheld here. These guys right here are black obsidian in tandem. Black obsidian was utilized, of course, by First Nation tribes to make arrowheads that were magical. And black obsidian is a result of volcanic activity melting glass, and just like smoky quartz, makes a very fantastic purification, transmutation through the entire auric field, and to ground all excess energies and ensure the contact patch is sustained with the Mother Earth, Earth Meridian Matrix. On the backside right here is actually jet. Jet is a carbon black ray based stone that was more notably utilized by druids of old to neutralize the effects of black magic, but in a more pragmatic modern perspective of that concept, it also works as an etheric purifier. Since it's carbon-based black ray stone, you can think it's like etheric charcoal for the system to transmute negativity into positivity before it actually runs it through the system and grounds into their burning matrix reprocessing. In tandem with Jet, the classic version of a black ray carbon-based purification stone, there is Shungite. Shungite is a stone in vogue right now in this timeline due to the fact that its notoriety for successfully transmuting EMF 5G waves that can damage subtle DNA of the proper functioning human auric template makes a very powerful purification tandem to, once again, just like carbon-based aspects of the black ray that resonate with our human avatars, make a lovely purification through the entire field by primarily ensuring the contact patch of the black ray grounds all this excess negative energy, so to speak, to make a safe bypass so nothing sticks to the energetic field, which can translate into dis-ease of any kind, mentally, physically, spiritually. That's what these guys are heavily designed to do, is to make a very safe, ensured contact patch to disperse any stored negativities in the field, which can be wielded for the self as well as the others under the jurisdiction of this wielder. I digress, as usual in these videos. To further encourage the purification of these constructs is selenite, like so. So selenite by itself makes a lovely purification of energy as well as a stimulation to the third eye, sixth chakra, the crown, and non-physical chakras, to be a very powerful gateway to the higher self energy grounding through to the conscious self. And it also is very effective for transmuting or actually just basically depatterning any stagnant energies that can compromise the physical health of the avatar. Energetically speaking, that is. So when you take that concentration of the selenites on both these devices, it also, more importantly, in application to light tech, makes a very powerful amplification, purification, and harmonization of these frequencies in tandem as it completes their intended vibratory output circuits. So it takes the entire base of this extremely grounding and purifying platform and once again accelerates, harmonizes, and amplifies the frequencies in tandem. And to further encourage the proper contact patch direction of this energy is the utilization of black kyanite in heavy doses. I only utilize black kyanite in heavy transmutation devices to really maximize the insurance of the proper energy patterns, making a very strong contact patch through the Earth stars into the Earth meridian matrix. Black kyanite is very effective for transferring energy very rapidly and is very useful for actually transferring energy externally, for example, kind of like so, as well as being able to close the circuit and ground the excess energy through the Earth meridian matrix for reprocessing, but it takes the entire frequency focus of this device and makes a very grounded contact patch to ensure that all the excess energy directing from this construct goes right into the Earth. Hence, the black kyanite makes it very auto-reactive to the situational vibrational needs of the wielder of these devices to ensure, no matter what's going on, that the contact patch is rapidly bridged at a very rapid, intensely fast rate to ensure the proper grounding is the primary focus of these devices. Whether it be aspects of channeling, wielding energy, or vibrational impulses for the benefit of others or for the self of these wielders, the contact patch is highly stimulated and very reactive to the requirements and intentions of the wielder of these devices. Black kyanite once again. And to further encourage the grounded stable aspects of these devices, oak cores have been utilized in both of these constructs to ensure a very strong stabilized contact patch. Because of course oak in the morphic field of human memory is a very powerful stone of the gods, the heroes, and the kings. It's a very legendary frequency for these purposes of strength. And since it has a very dense atomical grain, it gives a very strengthening energy based on the carbon ray compatibility with our carbon ray avatars. So hence the utilization of oak was very essential. And for this device right here, this actually has an integrated thumb engagement like so. Oftentimes many blades that pass through my hands into distribution will have a very specialized thumb engagement, but this this platform is designed to be very simple, very utilitarian, so that's very streamlined with less moving parts, so to speak, so there's less vibrations the conscious self has to buffer through. It's a very simplistic platform for this indirect purpose. So once again, the thumb engagement, like so. When you engage that thumb engagement, it is the part of the closing the circuit of the main blade band as it runs into this first lateral band, which in turn can be directed into the tree, for example. And it's also where the focalizer crystals that contain the blade band like so come into play. These back here are titanium aura quartz. Titanium aura quartz is actually titanium pressure coated to a clear quartz structure to really give a very intensive titanium energy, which of course titanium is very powerful for stimulating the entire energy body and also really illuminating the entire light body, rainbow light body, and to banish any kind of sluggishness from the field. So it's very energizing for that purpose. And also it's very powerful for stabilizing the etheric field to ensure the integrity of the natural auric field's strength is highly intensified. So it makes other radial stray energies that could be a receptive format very buffered, so it's hard to shift the frequency field when this is in play and being wielded for that purpose. And right here is clear quartz. Clear quartz, of course, is a very neutral programmable frequency which serves very well as a neutral frequency for the focalizer crystals of this device to have the focused intention of the wielder's concepts of prayers for whatnot to successfully take that radial energy the blade produces and then give it a proper focused ground. For example, broadcasting into my lovely backyard, my tree buddies as an example, to kind of give that concept. And hence this clear quartz right here has been utilized next to this hematite once again for the apex of this talisman where the necklace will hang into, to be once again a neutral programmable energy pattern through the entire closed loop circuit broadcast, which of course is intentionally receptive and programmable by the will of these devices to program their intentions or prayers even, and then run the circuit through the entire platform, which thereby of course produces a more intensified etheric shift. So that is basically transmutation concept in a nutshell. And it's been a very useful frequency that's gone in large distribution. There's dozens of these renditions in distribution that are being practically utilized and wielded. So the whole concept too of the crystalline operation system, which I described, as well as there's a smoke quartz right here to be a perfect complementary frequency generator of the smoke quartz, just like the main engine here. And with these devices, simplicity is key because they just are very effective for transmuting any negativity by making a very safe arcing of negativity, by making a very powerful bypass for the energy to flow right into the operating matrix for consistent reprocessing. Which of course in turn, the practical application of such a frequency in a wand format is very useful for, let's say there is someone's being served on the jurisdiction of this wielder. This is actually kind of a common cause that can relate from different practitioners that I've had the privilege of assisting with this exact frequency, is that they'll be on a Zoom call, for example, and since they have consent to be under their jurisdiction for spiritual help as a practitioner, they can wield this frequency, then just kind of broadcast the energy like so towards any kind of negativity the person under their charge is experiencing. And oftentimes, I've been reported that this makes magical negativity dispersal where someone just feels a lot better, to put it quite simple in very layman terms, by making a successful etheric shift, by making a strong bypass of ground into the Earth Meridian Matrix for reprocessing, which aka discharges all the stored up negativity in the auric field of the candidate that this frequency is being wielded with, which of course applies to the talisman being a subtle frequency shield to always run this background frequency program as it completes its circuit through the natural auric field ignition sequence system. It's always quite a mouthful to discuss all these modalities in a more pragmatic, rational aspect. There's a lot of complications and obviously a lot of aspects to really explain in light tech in general. But in summary, once again, I digress and repeat myself. These devices are designed to transmute any kind of negativity into positivity and to have a very strong grounding contact patch, which has very useful practical application to the 3D world being a human, because this world has a lot of aspects that are quite interesting, to say the least, from the highest macro perspective. And so having a way to have a successful discharge of any stored up negativity externally, internally, is a very useful practical tool to be utilized on the path of the journey. Well, once again, this is another transmutation description video of a set in tandem in both wand and talisman format. And anybody watching this, I pray you have a fantastic day, and may the force be with us all.